Malawi ranks among the world's most densely populated and least developed countries. The statistics are alarming. With a population of just over 15 million, Malawi is the 8th poorest country in the world. Its annual per capita income is $280. The average life expectancy is 53. 10% of Malawians do not reach their 5th birthday. The country has also been ravaged by HIV, AIDS, and hunger. Approximately 12% of the population is infected with HIV, and 53% of children under 5 suffer from stunted growth. An outlook this grim has caused many Malawians to give up and feel helpless. But one woman has turned to fight.
When I think about Sister Beatrice, I'm reminded of the saying of St. Augustine. He said, hope has 2 daughters, anger and courage. Anger about the way things are, and courage to change the way things are.
The children have the right to live, and they have the right to live in full.
Sister Beatrice Chipeta, a Rosarian nun, started the Lusubilo community-based orphan care project in 1997 after retiring from a career as a teacher. She had noticed the increasing number of orphans roaming the streets in the city, and having grown up as an orphan herself, pledged to do something about it.
Find a young girl would have a baby at her back, and when people are getting out of the bus depot, she would go run with a baby at her back. They just give her maybe a 5 quarter. I said, what kind of life? Now this child is just struggling to get something to eat just for this moment. Mm-hmm. Even if maybe I cannot be able to do big things, I am at least older and they can reason more than these children do. Mm-hmm. Why, if we could rescue the children to get out of this stage of being stealing? You see, we can do that by offering to them what are they looking for. What they were looking for was nothing, it was food.
The AIDS epidemic first hit Malawi in 1985. By the early 90s, there were more than 300,000 orphans as a result of the disease. Many of the orphans from the cities were sent to live with relatives in rural areas. Unprepared for village life, many children ran away, expecting to be able to return to their homes when they got back to the city. Now homeless and alone, these children did whatever they could to survive.
And what was pushing me was to see how children were suffering and being taught bad behavior. That was the boys, but the girls had worse things. They were raped. Most of the time they were raped to get food. Mm-hmm.
Sister Beatrice started Lusubilo to improve the lives of the children in Malawi by empowering the communities in which they live. She recognized that in order to end the cycles of disease and hunger in her country, she would need to radically change the way each village functioned.
When I was going to the village, I was talking about what is community and how people work together to support their orphans.
From these initial orphan care communities, Lusubilo has grown in leaps and bounds. It now supports 64 villages in Karonga, the northernmost district in the country. The Lusubilo network has expanded to include food centers that feed more than 4,000 children every week, child care centers, youth programs, a bursar program to help with school fees, agriculture and vocational training, HIV/AIDS support groups, and a rehabilitation center. Lusubilo also supports 75 orphan-headed households by providing food and counseling services, and it sponsors a residential care facility that supports 250 displaced children. To accomplish all these tasks, Sister Beatrice has called upon the residents of the villages. While Lusubilo establishes and supports the program, each village is responsible for the daily operations.
Lusubilo is such a grassroots organization. Really, the communities own the projects that they work on. And Sister told us that, while she had the vision for Lusubilo, she said that this project doesn't belong to me, it belongs to the people.
Tumbutu, twangoma, tusoya, tumphangwe. Mbwenu tikabana unthena babitiso akatisambishanga bakizanga kusakatisambisha mbwenu chikukura pachoko pachoko.
She gave them the courage to see themselves as able.
In just 13 years, Lusubilo has spawned a movement that has produced dramatic results and shows no signs of slowing down.
When pa skills Lusubilo anigawira lekani muhaunu palanka pa yufi na fuma pa yufi za pavoko kweni muhaunu sanka unisibio chairperson. Nilipano muhaunu nina chigomezo kuti nanga organization panyaki Lusubilo angatireka pa vinjero varu kunipasa na chigomezo sibio irutire ngifo engiani.
What they're doing is strengthening the ability of these villages to deal with their own problems, making Malawi not only stronger in dealing with the aid crisis, but with other crises that may come along in the future.
Pakutise tikava vakusuzika kweni Lusubilo vachisola vana vito pakudanga vakava vakusuzika kuyafika kusikero vakava na kasikero kachoko sono Lusubilo pakuzakatisolako Lusubilo vatipasa kovwirire kani mwaona vana sono vakuoneka makoa.
Despite the progress Lusubilo has made, the number of orphans in Malawi and the needs of the villagers are still great.
There's more we can do, and there are more people coming with their children. Not much to say, give us some clothes to give it to the children. Mm-hmm. The first thing they are asking for is some empowerment, some support to develop their activities.
As Sister Beatrice walks quietly through a village, the children inevitably follow her. Drawn to her spirit and her compassion for those who need her most, these children and everyone else in the Karonga district recognize the dedication, selflessness, and the importance of this humble woman.
I think because she was an orphan, she really has a way of relating to the other children in a way that other people can't.
Pangwini na viwangu vikurumba chomeni kutuatengi paunyake pa muntu munyake para chuto kumbodu muna kumoi wotora unyano wabikira mgatangu bikira mwa sister.
The strong have to stand by the weak in solidarity. That's community. That's the meaning of hope, and Lusubilo means hope.